everyone. I'm Amy Khor, Senior Minister of State for Ministry for Sustainability and the Environment. I'm here today to answer some questions you might have about the table littering enforcement. Similar to how we have introduced this at our hawker centres, we will now be rolling out this initiative at coffee shops and food courts, starting with an advisory period from 1st November. Is it an offence if a diner clears his or her dirty tray and crockery but leaves behind tissues or empty drink cans or food remnants, such as shells and bones, on the dining table? Yes, it is an offence. We should be considerate and clear our tables and dispose of any litter in the dustbin or other receptacles provided. These include used tissue, wet wipes, drink cans, shells, and bones. After clearing their trays, crockeries, and other table litter, do diners need to wipe their tables with tissue or wet wipes? No, diners are not required to wipe clean their tables after dining. Cleaners will wipe and sanitize the tables after diners have cleared their dirty crockery, tray, and litter. Nonetheless, as much as practicable, diners can help to clean any spilled drink or gravy and keep the tables clean. Are diners expected to remove trays, dirty crockery, and litter left behind by the previous diner? No. In such an instance, the cleaner will help to clear the dirty tray, crockery, and litter left behind by the previous diners. However, we urge all diners to return the dirty tray and crockery and bin the litter after they are done eating, to keep the table clean for the next diner, and to be considerate to the next person who will use the table. What if there are no tray return facilities at the coffee shop or food court for diners to return their dirty trays, crockery, and table litter? The Singapore Food Agency (SFA) has been working very closely with the coffee shop and food court operators to install the tray crockery return facilities at their premises before the start of the advisory period from 1st November. Diners can also give feedback to the coffee shop and food court operators if there is a lack of or insufficient tray or crockery return facilities at the premises. This will prompt the operators to take the necessary action. What if the cleaner insists on clearing the table for diners? In such a situation, diners can let the cleaners clear the tables. However, we have already briefed the cleaning contractors and cleaners on the self-service concept and table cleaning workflow to focus on wiping and sanitizing the tables after diners have cleared the dirty tray, crockery, and litter. We urge diners to take the initiative in keeping the tables clean by returning the dirty crockery and tray and binning their litter. Are diners of Zicha or Mookata stores supposed to clear all bulky crockery after finishing their meals? No, as these stalls usually have dedicated stall assistants and cleaners to assist in collecting bulky crockery, such as warmers and clay pots, after diners finish eating. They can continue to serve food to the tables and clear the tables during or after the meals. But diners must clear the rest of the dirty crockery and table litter, such as used tissue or food remnants. Will authorities enforce against the elderly, the less able, or children under 12 years old for table littering? Similar to the enforcement approach at our hawker centres, we will not take action against the less able, frail elderly, or children under 12 who are unable to clear their tables. These groups are typically those who are unable to order and bring the food to the table on their own to begin with. Their family members and dining companions should help them to return the dirty crockery and tray and bin the litter. Those who are able to bring the food and tray to the table should likewise be able to return the dirty crockery and tray after eating. Some coffee shops and food courts have proper tray return racks, whereas some other coffee shops just have some pails or trolleys. Will the government get coffee shops to standardize and have racks so that it is neater? As coffee shop and food courts are private premises with different configurations and sizes, we have given the operators the flexibility to decide on the type of tray crockery return facilities to install at their premises according to their unique needs and layout. These could include facilities such as shelves or more compact movable racks to facilitate tray crockery return. Some premises may have space constraints, so they prefer to use pails or tubs instead, which are separated from the washing areas and refuse. We are glad to see the operators taking the initiative to think of innovative ways that work for their premises. We seek the understanding and cooperation of diners to adapt to the different systems that have been implemented by the operators. How will diners know if they are required to clear their table at a particular food establishment? Sometimes the establishment may look like a coffee shop or a food court, but it's not. In this case, how can diners confirm which premises are food courts and coffee shops? Diners will be able to identify these food establishments through visual cues like banners and posters that will remind diners to return their dirty crockery and trays. Diners can also check directly with the service staff or the license decal that is displayed at these premises. Why is the advisory period for coffee shops and food courts shorter than for hawker centres? The advisory period for coffee shops and food courts is shorter than for hawker centres, as diners would already have had some time to adjust their habit at our hawker centres, where enforcement for table littering started in September. Will cleaners lose their jobs if I clear the trays for them? I would like to assure everyone that cleaners will not lose their jobs just because diners clean up after themselves. Cleaners are still required to wipe and sanitize the tables after diners return their dirty crockery tray and remove the litter after eating. In fact, the demands on cleaners have increased due to the COVID-19 pandemic. By clearing our tables, we will help to reduce the need for cleaners to make frequent rounds to clear the tables. They can instead focus on wiping and sanitizing the tables, enabling faster turnover of tables, especially during peak meal times. With the sustained threat of the COVID-19 pandemic, clearing our tables will help improve the overall cleanliness, provide a safer working environment for our cleaners, and facilitate faster turnover of tables during peak meal times. These will benefit both the patrons and stallholders and help to redesign the cleaning role in consideration of our aging cleaning workforce. Thank you everyone for doing your part to keep our hawker centres clean and safe. Let's keep up this effort at coffee shops and food courts as well from 1st November. Remember to return your used crockery and tray and bin your litter after you are done eating. Leaving a clean table behind shows consideration for other diners and contribute to a cleaner and safer environment. If you see anyone not clearing their tables after they are done, do encourage them to do so kindly. Together, let's make this a national habit that we can all be proud of.